Hello, 8th graders, and welcome to the lesson. Today's lesson is actually about doing quick check exercises, page 73, student's book. So let's start with the first exercise. Choose the correct answer. We handed in our homework before 5 p.m. We hand in our homework, but we have chosen this answer because it's in the past, because we have to hand it before 5 p.m. So it's in the past. Number 2, she's doing a new course next month. And we use do with course, doing a course. Number 3, visit the BBC Schools website when you do your homework. We use do with homework and not have, and we visit a website. Number 4, I have never copied my homework. Here the sentence is in the present perfect, we have had, and so we have to use the past participle for the main verb copy, which is copied. Number 5, they had detention yesterday after school. We have detention. We use the past tense because it's in the past, yesterday. Number 6, wow, I passed the test, and I got great marks. So you get high marks, good marks, or bad marks. And we have used the past simple because it's in the past. Exercise 2. Complete the sentences. Use the words in the box with about, at, in, or of. So these are the adjectives that we have to use prepositions with them. He isn't nervous. He never gets worried about a problem. So we use the preposition about with worried about problems, which means he's anxious. He's never anxious or worried. Number 2, would you like to be involved in the new judo club? And we use the preposition in with involved. Involved in, it means to participate in. Number 3, don't you ever get bored of watching TV? So we use the preposition of with bored. Number 4, my little sister is 3. She's jealous of the new baby. And we also use of with the adjective jealous. Number 5, I need a calculator. I'm really bad at math. So we use the preposition at with bad. Number 6, he's very calm. He's always relaxed about everything. So we use the preposition about with the adjective relaxed, which means a calm person. Number 7, I can't swim. I'm scared of the sea. We use the preposition of with scared, which means frightened. Exercise 3. It is a revision for the vocabulary from units 1 to 7. Complete the sentences with the words in the box. We have these words: carry on, which means to continue doing something. Courts. A court is where you play tennis. Get, had, install. When you install a new program. Permission, when you are allowed to do something. Pessimistic, which is the opposite of optimistic. Pessimistic is when you feel really terrible or really bad about something. And here you have to correct this wrong word, which is recorded. The correct word is look up, jewelry, and went. Number 1, we have to get permission to leave school early. Number 2, we went on an excursion to the museum. So we go on an excursion, but here we have used the past tense because we have already went there, so it's in the past. Number 3, pessimistic people always expect the worst, while optimistic people, they expect the good news or the best. Number 4, my dad installed a new program on our computer. Number 5, Wimbledon has grass tennis courts. Number 6, I like looking up new words in the dictionary. Number 7, we had a laugh at the barbecue. Remember, we use have a laugh. And this is the past tense of have because the sentence in the past tense. Number 8, let's carry on. We're nearly there. Let's continue. Number 9, my mom likes gold jewelry. Number 10, call me when you get home. So we say get home. We use get with home. Exercise 4, grammar. Write questions with can or could, then write answers with can, can't, or could, couldn't. We don't need the answers. The most important thing that you understand the rule. So let's just do the questions. Number 1, could you write essays when you were 7? So here we were talking about the ability in the past. You can know that it's in the past because we have the verb to be, were, in the past tense. So you can't use can, you have to use could. Number 2, can your parents speak English? And here we are talking about the ability in the present. Number 3, could you watch TV until midnight when you were 8? Also here we are talking about the ability in the past because you can see that we have when and the past simple verb to be. Can you ride a bicycle yet? We're talking about the present day, so we use can for the ability. Number 5, could you play football when you were 8? Also, it's in the past tense, so we use could. Number 6, can you choose which days you go to school? We are talking about the present day. Number 5, complete the sentences with the verbs in the box. We have must not. Remember, we use must not when it's prohibited to do something. You can't do it. Don't have to. We use it when it's not necessary to do something. Must and have to. We use them when we have an obligation. Should and shouldn't. We use them when we give advice or when we give our opinions. So number 1, do we have to help with the housework? Do we have to help? Here we are asking if it's necessary for us to help. Number 2, they shouldn't drive so fast. It's dangerous. So this is an advice. Number 3, you don't have to do the shopping. I went this morning. So we use don't have to when it's not necessary to do something. Number 4, she must work in her dad's cafe every evening. She has an obligation. She's obliged to work. Number 5, you must not cheat in the exams or in exams, which means you're prohibited. It's forbidden to cheat. You can't cheat. Number 6, it's late. You should switch off the TV. And this is an advice, so we use should. Exercise 6, it's a review or a revision for grammar, units 1 to 7. Choose the correct answer. Have you worked as a teacher before? Here you have to use the present perfect because you're asking about an experience from the past till the present moment. So you have to use the present perfect. Yes, I worked at Eton for 3 years. What did you teach? You're asking about the past, so you have to use did. I specialized in science, and the answer also is in the past, but I loved teaching tennis too. What was the best thing about Eton? And here you have to use the best, not better, because we're talking about superlative adjectives and not comparative. This is superlative, so we use the and est. My tennis students, they are going to play at Wimbledon. Remember, we use going to when we talk about future plans. Wow, do you think they will win? And here we are talking about prediction in the future, so we use will. If I knew that, I'd be a rich woman. Can you give our listeners any advice? We can't use a few, we use any with questions. Yes, if you have a dream, make it happen. This is first conditional. With if, we don't use will, so we use the present simple.